This video is crate manners with a young dog. This dog is about 5 months old. This is probably her first or second day with me, and this is just me putting dinner in her crate. So from the get-go, I'm not going to let her rehearse the bad behaviors that she already had, which is mostly pawing at the crate. So I waited until she was a little bit more reserved, and then I put the food in. And this is her as I'm letting other dogs out. So she's got a little bit of bark there and some of the pawing at the crate. So I am going to use treats for this. The real reward is getting out of the crate, but in the meantime, to get the calm behavior, I am going to reward her some with treats. Waiting until she's more quiet and settled. So I am going to verbally correct her some. And when I bend over to open the crate door, if she's doing things I don't like, I'm going to stand up and move away. So I'm at a bad angle for this because the camera was basically looking at my backside when I started to work with the dog in the way that I normally would, which is on the other side of the crate door. Puts me at a little bit of a disadvantage as to seeing what she's doing. She did try to make a break for it, and I just put her back in. So I'm just opening and shutting the door as I see her little nose pop forward. I want her to maintain a position towards the middle or back of the crate. And I call her name to let her know she can come out. She also has a bad habit of jumping, so I'm not going to let her do that. I just put my hand on her collar and hold her down. And again. The key is consistency here. Being very consistent with your dogs will get you the results that you're looking for. I am still using treats, so I want her to know that the reward is with 4 feet on the floor, and I've upped my punishment level here. Putting her down with using just my hands in her collar was not getting the result I was looking for. She was continuing to jump up and put her feet on me, so I had to up the punishment a little bit. Alright, and this is, I think, about the 7th day that she's been with me. So I've upped my criteria here. She knows that barking and pawing at the door is not going to get her out of the crate. So now I'm looking for those little feet to be still, because that drives me nuts. So same thing. Reaching towards the door, and if I see her feet start to paddle and move, then I move away from the door. I do drop a couple of treats in there as she's being still. And this is my preferred position to do this. It gives me a little bit of an advantage. So she started to make her way out, and I was not able to shut the door fast enough, so I just had to pick her up and put her back in. So I'm not moving the door until I see the puppy that I want. And this was done in increments. As you could see, I let her out on day 1 and 2 with a little more movement from her. But now I'm expecting her to be a little bit more still. Same thing with the jumping. I'm rewarding for 4 feet on the ground. And she's getting the attention that she wants. But when her feet start to move, I stand up and take the attention away. Tossing a treat into the crate just to get her to go back in. I do want it to be a good place for her. Same thing. If the feet paddle, I move away. It's hard for an Aussie because the little tail wiggles. So drop a treat in because she's being still. Just put her back in if she tries to come out. Little verbal corrections for her trying to put the feet up, and then I did end up having to move my hands away because she continued. So my rule is usually if you see something happen twice, the next time you know it's going to be a habit. So I usually kind of try to do a verbal correction twice, and if it continues I have to up the correction there. And this is the door to go out. So same thing, I don't want her rushing the door. So I'm rewarding for 4 on the floor and being still. And I release her with her name.